We are talking about Thor: Love and Thunder. Director says Christian Bale is probably MCU's best villain yet. Where have I heard that before? But because it's coming from Taika Waititi,
Right.
it's a different story. When other directors are talking about how great their movie is, I'm like, eh. But when Taika Waititi says something like that, you listen. Because the guy is a genius.
He's got cred.
He's got
street cred.
Straight cred. Shane's, talk to me, dude. What's going on?
When I saw, I don't normally typically want to cover these kind of stories. I mean, I will if it's like really good news. And this is good news because if you're still watching MCU movies, this is one you want to watch. Thor: Love and Thunder, which is being directed by Taika Waititi, a fantastic director. He did previous Thor movie, the one where they went to Hulk World or whatever.
Ragnarok.
No, they went to
Thor
Ragnarok. Ragnarok.
Right.
He's done a bunch of stuff, but the fact that he's basically saying that Christian Bale is probably the MCU's best villain yet. Okay, you guys remember there was a Thanos.
Yeah, and Thanos was a damn good villain.
He was a good villain, and I can just stop there. I mean, there are other villains, but let's just take
Loki.
Thanos. I mean, Loki. I guess he's a villain.
He was a villain at least.
Yeah, he kind of was. So apparently, Christian Bale is playing Gorr the God Butcher in the upcoming Thor movie, and Taiki said, "In my humble opinion, we have probably the best villain that Marvel ever had in Christian Bale." The upcoming Thor sequel depicts the legendary Norse god's search for inner peace. Felt like he was on that path last time, wasn't he? Thor?
Yeah.
Didn't they have to take him out of his drunken respite?
Well, that wasn't peace. That was more like hiding from his
That's
loss.
true. That's true. Unfortunately, his spiritual gap year is short-lived as the villainous Gorr the God Butcher, Christian Bale, turns up looking for vengeance. But is Thor a match for the infamous cosmic villain after the events of Avengers Endgame? So we're going to be dealing with some mental trauma of Endgame, you think?
Well, yeah. So even in the trailer, it shows him like saying like, I'm no longer gonna fight. I'm gonna use my hands to build and for peace or whatever. And the music that's playing, Taika Waititi uses a lot of the music he uses in his trailers are reminiscent of the movie it's gonna be. Like in Ragnarok, they used music that really sort of told the story of the movie, and now they're using what's this? Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name of that. Damn it, blanking on the name of the song. Anyways, the song they're using in the trailer is very reminiscent about a man who's talking to this woman, and he's trying to get her to love him. But there's a lot of theories out there where it's almost like Thor is trying to forgive himself for the things he's caused, instead of referring specifically to a woman.
And that's kind of what Waititi says here. He says Thor is trying to figure out his purpose, trying to figure out exactly who he is and why he's a hero or whether he should be a hero. And he basically says he's basically going through a midlife crisis.
It's cool.
Yeah. And he's saying it's going to be a lot of fun with a weird little group of heroes, a new team for Thor with Korg, Valkyrie, and the mighty Thor. The mighty Thor. I'm sure we're going to see, so we'll see Taiki actually voicing one of the characters again.
Yeah, he plays an updated version of the Rock guy.
That's awesome.
My question is, why would you even bother getting Christian Bale when you're going to cover him up with that much makeup?
I mean, it's still Christian. You don't need his face. He's a great actor. He's one of the great actors.
Yeah, but a lot of this is CGI anyways. Like, you could have just gotten him to voice then, right?
And maybe he did in a lot of situations.
Because, like, when you look at Thanos, like, Thanos looks like Josh Brolin now, you know? I don't know. I think
it looks like we're gonna.
Sometimes they get actors just for the name of the actor and never as, like, a perfect example. Russell Crowe as Zeus. Cool. But if you remember, Colin Farrell as the Penguin in the Batman was a total I mean, fine villain, fine job.
Yeah.
But you did not need to get Colin Farrell to put on 6 hours of makeup to play that character when there's characters that probably would have done a better job that already look like the character in the first place. But you wanted Colin Farrell, on your bill,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. So wait, so wasn't Zeus played by Anthony? Holy cow!
No. That you're thinking about Thor's papa, Odin.
Oh, Odin. Oh, you good call. So this is Zeus, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
This is Zeus, and the first time I've ever seen Zeus in MCU, and he's going to be played by Russell Crowe. And he better
cool.
have that stupid lightning bolt. If he doesn't have a cool lightning bolt, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, you can tell. Isn't that fire coming from his hand right there?
No, that was just a picture. I don't think that was related to the movie. That's just like him lighting a match or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yet to be determined, Christian Bale's role. I mean, if he's going to be that great, I'm automatically
this is what
going
the character looks like. This is an actual shot.
If I wasn't going to go see the movie for whatever reason, I will now see it just because of what Taika said.
No, then guess what?
I will get to the theater and I will watch it just because I now need to see Christian Bale as perhaps the best villain in the MCU.
Then guess what, Shane?
Yes.
This interview did its job.
It did its job, right?
Absolutely,
it worked.
Point of this interview was to get fence seaters to get excited. You're excited? Cool.
It happened. I'm done. I'm in.
When I saw the first trailer and there was that one joke where Star-Lord is talking to his crew about how much he loves them, and he's looking at his crew, but Thor keeps putting his face in his vision like this.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard. He was trying to avoid eye contact.
Right. That's right.
Let me tell you something. Thor in the first Thor movie was not good.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. He wasn't good. The character, it was fine. And, Chris Hemsworth looked like Thor. But Chris Hemsworth had not yet really figured the character out. He was a little too serious, a little too cartoonish. Mm-hmm. Didn't work. Thor: The Dark World. They really featured Natalie Portman a lot because I think that the studio was like, Chris Hemsworth is now Thor, but we need something. We need some skill for him to play off of because this is not really, he's not really bringing the heat. Right. And then he finds himself. And in Avengers, he becomes the Thor we love, and he just goes deeper and deeper into this character. I don't even know if Chris Hemsworth is a good actor, or he's just gotten so used to playing Thor that he is now the best Thor we'll ever get.
That's fair. That's actually a really fair comment.
Because he is so good at
him. I can't think of him in anything else that I really like him in.
Right. He was in, what's funny? He was in Cabin in the Woods. Mm-hmm. As like the boyfriend that was trying to get him across. He dies like super unceremoniously. He tries to jump. He tries to jump the gorge, and he just smashed into a force field or whatever. Mm-hmm. But when he was filming that movie, coincidentally by our boy, the guy that is canceled now, that did Avengers and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What's his name?
Oh, Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. He was filming that movie with Joss Whedon, and originally, they were going to go with his brother, not Chris Hemsworth, but the other Hemsworth as Thor.
Oh, Liam?
Yeah, Liam. I don't know, as Captain America, and then they were like, maybe as Thor. And because of while he was doing Cabin in the Woods, he got the call to come meet with them about Thor. And so he was going to have a bigger role on Cabin in the Woods, but he had to leave early, so they killed him off.
Oh. Interesting. Well, it turned out being a good move.
Right. Yeah, again, though, sometimes actors are born to play a character, and it clearly takes time for them to get there. And that's why sometimes you see a movie or a TV show and you're like, oh, this has really good promise, but the chemistry's not there, or the characters aren't quite as fleshed out or whatever. Right. And a lot of the times, especially in this new streaming era, if it doesn't hit, they just get rid of it real quick. But this is a perfect example of a character that is now not just the most entertaining, but he's found his muse with Taika Waititi and him together are just genius. they've gotten this perfect chemistry going. They make really good Thor movies, an amazing Thor.
Yep.
And it wouldn't have happened if Disney didn't just bite the bullet and get through those first two movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Once coincidentally, when he figured out how to play this character, Natalie Portman was gone.
Yeah, she's gonna be back for this movie though.
Right, but they're like, well, we don't need to pay like two big stars if we got one doing the right job.
Absolutely not necessary. And she takes a big bill.
Right.
So
Anyways.
so Thor: The Dark World comes out. Let's see, it should be in here. Let's see. How do you have an article with the date that is not coming out?
How dare you? How dare you?
All right. Come on, IGN.
It says set to hit theaters May 6, 2022.
Dog, what?
That can't be the case.
No.
No, I'm sorry. That can't be the case. That
July 8th, brother.
Yeah. So this article on IGN is wrong.
July 8th, it's coming out. So your 4th of July weekend should include Thor: Love and Thunder afterwards.
IGN.com. IGN.com.
Whoops.
And remember, this is the website that a little inside baseball here, because Shane and I are, have a little competition with right now. We'll get into it later. IGN.com has it listed as May 6, 2022, which is tomorrow. So
interesting. Really? All right.
Interesting.
Hey, even the mighty must fall sometimes.
Listen, are you excited to see Thor: Love and Thunder? What about that super buff Natalie Portman, huh? She is straight swole in those pictures, although it's probably just a suit.
Oh.
Hit that comment section and let us know. And on the way to that comment section, let us know what you think about Thor: Love and Thunder. Are you excited to watch it? Are you done with MCU? Give us the whole breakdown. What are you feeling, man? Because we actually choose a lot of our content based on what our audience is interested in. So if you don't tell us what that is, we won't know what to give you. And on the way to that section, let us know. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and the like button if you haven't already done so. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow.